that storm deck was sweet. But, okay. Well, let's do another one. Okay. Vintage cube number something. We have a few options for picks here. We have Fractured Identity, which is an absurd removal spell, but commits us to 2 colors very early on. Volcanic Island, which is probably the strongest duel in the cube. And like Top, which is good in almost any deck. Yeah, I'm going to take Volcanic Island. Okay, pack number 2. What are we looking at? We have Dark Ritual, which is Dark Ritual. There's also Emrakul, Path. I think I'm going to take Prismatic Vista and just try and keep my options open, because I haven't seen anything that's like, oh yes, I'm committing to a strategy. So we're just going to take good fixing for now and see what comes up. Okay. So in this pack, there's Jace, Vryn's Prodigy, which is really good. There's Search for Iskanta. There's Teferi and Chart a Course. Kind of liking the look of Teferi here. It's just a really strong card, and I don't really want to play green, so we'll take Teferi. Who knows, maybe I should have picked Jace. Ooh. Days? Wheel of Fortune. There's also Wooded Foothills, which can fetch Volcanic Island. Kind of like Wheel of Fortune. Draw 7s are powerful, and I really like them. So I'm going to take Wheel of Fortune. Okay, in this pack we have Vendilion Clique, Force of Will, Inferno Titan, Land Tax. I'm going to take Force. I don't get to play with Force enough. So right now we could be playing Combo, we could be playing Control. It remains to be seen. Alright, in this pack we have a Johnny Vengeant and Time Warp. Time Warp can be absurdly powerful if you have Planeswalkers. A Johnny Vengeant, also a really good Planeswalker. Maybe it's time to draft Planeswalker pile. Be fine with that. But do we take the Planeswalker or the Time Warp? I'm going to take the Time Warp. I think it's, other than Time Walk, the only other extra turn effect in the cube. We haven't taken any creatures yet. We could make an Oath of Druids deck. Alternatively, we can stay on the control plan and take a Moat for the sideboard, which is very powerful. There's also Siege Game Commander, or like Thoughtseize. Or Duretti. I'm just going to take the Signet. Alright, in this pack, I think I'm a fan of just taking Seachrome Coast. Alright. If we're doing the big control thing, I think Baneslayer is the pick. Flame Slash, excellent removal. We're never going to turn on Legion's Landing, so I guess we take Spellseeker just for value. Tithe Taker is somewhat playable in a control deck. Alright, land tax. That's what we want to be doing. I guess Spectral Procession for the sideboard. And Moat. Came all the way around. Okay, pack 2. Mentor is a really good win condition, but I think I'm going to take Dak Faden just because there's so many powerful artifacts in this format. Speaking of powerful artifacts, somebody passed a Mox Jet. So we can take an off-color Mox, we can take a Wormcoil Engine, or we can take the perfect fetch land for us, or a Swords. And honestly, I think I'm going to take the Mox. Okay. Sacred Foundry seems really good. There's also a Batter Skull. I'll take Sacred Foundry. Okay, so we have Mana Tithe for absolute maximum trolling. Take Through the Breach and look for some big creatures to maybe win the game that way. There's also Young Pyromancer, but we need a lot more instants and sorceries if we're going to do that. It is a good Mentor Impersonator, though. There's a lot of burn spells, so maybe we do that. I really like Mana Tithe, but I'm going to take Pyromancer. It's always the opportunity for it to come back around, right? Okay. So in this pack, I think we take Probe. It'll let us know when it's safe to play certain cards, plus it's just a good cantrip. Ooh, Library of Alexandria. I like that. There's also Counterspell and Repeal. One of those ought to wheel, at least. We're going to take a Library. If we're playing Control, we want to be Librarian. Okay, we have Dismember, which we're technically splashing for. It's probably good removal. It's probably better than Chain Lightning in this deck because of that. So we'll take Dismember. There is a Workshop and Koth. We will have some number of mountains. We currently have no 4-drops. So playing Koth could be pretty good. He's another Planeswalker for the pile. Otherwise, it's like Brainstorm. We only have one fetch land. I'm going to take Brainstorm. I think we need some number of cantrips in this deck. Alright, Coercive Portal came around. We'll take Coercive Portal. Lightning Strike, I think. I think we just take the Field of Ruin, probably for the sideboard. Woo, Mana Tithe. You're gonna get him. um. Guess we'll put a Chupacabra in the sideboard. Wall of Omens is good versus aggro. We'll take Wall of Omens. Ashen Rider going into the side. Alright, so pack 3 we have Bazaar of Baghdad, which we are not reanimating or doing anything crazy with. Karn, Scion of Urza, another good planeswalker for us, but I think the real pick here is going to be Treachery, because this effect is just so strong. I'm kind of sad to pass up this Bloodstained Mire, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Treachery. It's too good. Ooh. There's a Strip Mine. Extremely tempted to take Strip Mine. I think we probably should be picking Muldrifter, but I'm going to take Strip Mine. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a Crucible of Worlds yet. So Marsh Flats can get Sacred Foundry, and that's it. Rakdos Signet's half on color, Incinerate's just a burn spell. We did not get Batterskull, so Stoneforge is not great. Faithless Looting could be good. We could also speculate on maybe getting a Hollowed Fountain for this Marsh Flats. It does make our Brainstorm a lot better. We'll take Marsh Flats. In fact, probably because we're playing Brainstorm, I'm going to put in this Field of Ruin just in case. So we can take Soulfire Grandmaster and then have infinite turns with Time Warp if we get to 9 mana. If we untap with 9 mana. We take Gideon just to have another generic good Planeswalker that can win the game. We can take Emrakul. Brazen Borrower is good. And Sphinx's Rev is also good for when we run out of cards. Of these options, I think Soulfire Grandmaster is the most powerful for this deck. I could be wrong, but we'll see. We could splash a Fallen Shinobi. We do have 2 black sources that are really good. 3 or 4 if you count Marsh Flats and Prismatic Vista. We just don't have a lot of evasive attackers, which is what it needs in order to thrive. I think the pick is Impulse or Gideon. And I think I'm going to take Impulse. Alright, we got a Caracas, or a Char, or a Bolt, or a Lingering Souls. Where are all of these cards earlier in this draft? And why are they all in the same pack? We don't have any good combos with Caracas, unfortunately. Which probably means we should take Burn or Lingering Souls. I'm going to take Lingering Souls. We need a way to put pressure on our opponent. Okay, Elspeth or Arid Mesa. And I think I'm going to take Arid Mesa. Because we really need good mana. I think the play here is Condemn. We don't really have a lot of removal, and we have 0 Wraths, I'm now noticing, which is really bad. Yeah, we'll take Condemn. We can take Kaya and splash her. She's not bad. She can answer a few problem permanents. Revelark technically does something. There's a Wrath. I think we need to take a Wrath. Gideon coming around is great. Gideon coming around is great. Char is a decent removal spell, and Linvala. Alright, we have a deck. I don't know how good it is, but we have one. Okay, we need to cut a few cards here. We have like no counter spells other than Force. So we want to be tapping out frequently. I don't think we need Wheel of Fortune. Slash, I don't think it's good enough. Spellseeker, I think we can take out. It doesn't pressure the board, it's very expensive, and just in general, I don't think it's very good here. Kaya, I think, is really a sideboard option, not main deck. Need to cut like 4 cards. We could actually run Ashen Rider as top end. I don't think it's actually good enough to do that, though. We're going to cut Char. Tithe Taker. Two more. Gotta cut 2 more. I mean, this is actually a land, so I need to cut 1 card. Just 1 card. I guess Linvala. Yep, okay. I think this works. See you guys in round 1. Alright, we'll play first. No cards to pitch to Force, no red sources, but we can play a Gideon, so we're going to keep. Seachrome Coast, pass the turn. Our opponent is also on control. Play planes. I think we're going to hold probe to maybe force something. Depending on if our opponent plays something super dangerous early. Ancient Tomb. Crucible of Worlds. That's kind of nasty, actually. Like, if our opponent's next land is Strip Mine, we're just done. So I'm going to counter that. Save me, Chad. We'd like to hit another land for Coercive Portal. Caracas. That's annoying. Okay, want to just put some back in our hand. We're going to try an impulse for a land. It's a land. Rest of the bottom, any order. Play our mountain. We can't strip mine or field this Caracas, but our Gideons are not going to be very useful until we do. Play Coercive Portal. Opponent's got a Tinker. He should... Oh gosh. Sundering Titan. Yep. That's a Sundering Titan, alright. We're gonna need, like, Condemn in order to answer that. At least it's not Blightsteel, I think. Okay, we could vote well, no. Because they would just vote Homage. Would they? We're gonna vote Carnage. See if they do it. Nope. Okay. Well, we got a Mana Tithe, despite the fact that I F6'd poorly. Joe West! Welcome. How's it going? Opponent gonna hit us for 7. Very painful. What's that? Opponent's got Coercive Portal with their, ooh, land tags. Well, potentially this lets us increase the chances of drawing our 1 out to this. So we will play it. Never mind. They repeal it. They can in for 7, take us to 5. So what's up, Joe West? Thrawn Dynamo for our opponent. And that does not do it, unfortunately. So we know our opponent has Tinker for Sundering Titan. Oh, I've been doing alright. Just playing some Doom. My fiance and I celebrated our anniversary yesterday. Cooped up, working from home. Not much else. Alright. Let's just hope we get a little luckier. We'll play first. I will keep this. Yep, I made a whole bunch of food, and we watched movies, We played some Animal Crossing. It was good. It was a good time. Start library. Draw Soulfire Grandmaster. Let's draw a card. I'll have to go see if I can find it. Maybe we'll get the other people together on Discord and see what we can do. Hangerback Walker. Alright. Ooh, perfect. I'm going to play Arid Mesa. Crack Arid Mesa. You're going to get a Volcanic Island. Dak Faden. And we're going to steal that hanger back. Looks like our opponent was going to try and tinker there. They revealed a Soul Ring. We draw Strip Mine, which, while interesting, I don't think it does anything. Oh, it does protect us from Sundering Titan. So let's draw with Library. Go looting. We'll discard Lingering Souls. And I guess we don't need Gideon. Okay, we'll play Field of Ruin. Then pass. Okay, Soul Ring. They're going to repeal Hangerback. Sad face. I have made an error. I should have played Prismatic Vista. Now we lose Dak. They crack Marsh Flats. And play a Savannah into a Thrawn Dynamo. Okay, well, let's hit the Savannah, get a white source. We draw Gideon. So play Prismatic Vista, draw with Library. We find a Seachrome Coast, get another Plains, play Gideon. 0 Gideon. Pass the turn. Opponent hardcasts Sundering Titan, annihilating only our lands. Brutal. They play a Flooded Strand. They attack, we will trade. We draw Dismember. Make a knight. Play Seachrome Coast. Draw with Library. And pass. Yeah, we'll pass. We're going to discard Flame Slash. You haven't gotten to that point yet, but 4-1 odds, you'd get a promotion with a 33% pay increase, bonus from 10 to 15%, and an extra week vacation. Man, that'd be a heck of an upgrade, wouldn't it? That's lifestyle changing. I hope you get it, man. Okay, opponent paths. That's fine. We're gonna go get... Oh, on April 1st. Nice. My bad. I misread that. That's awesome. We're gonna discard like Wall of Omens. Hopefully this Condemn works. Our opponent could just tinker for it again and then we would be definitely out of this game, but like that's our only hope. Opponent attacks Gideon. Condemn Sundering Titan. Alright. Wow. That sucks. Nine mana, what could it be? He is super good. Upheaval. Alright. Opponent's going to play Soul Ring and Thrawn Dynamo, and probably a land if they haven't already. He needs a fourth mode? I don't think he does. Brainstorm. So we can only play a land this turn. Like we could Seachrome Coast and Brainstorm, but that would be really bad. Give the Gideon a fourth mode to go with Jason Chandra. Oh, man, I don't think so. I don't think he needs a fourth mode. I'm really tempted to just strip mine and discard. So I'm going to do that out of spite. Did Jace or Chandra really need a fourth? I legitimately think they were trying to push Jace and didn't understand how far they pushed him. And Torch of Defiance Chandra is good but not broken. So yes, Torch of Defiance, if that's the Chandra you're talking about, did need the fourth mode. She actually almost has 5 modes. She has the 2 pluses, the minus, and the first plus has 2 different abilities because it's damage or card draw, and then she has her ult. We're never casting Day of Judgment, it's just not happening. Wormcoil Engine. That's not dismemberable. I think I'm going to call it. I don't think we're ever going to get back in this game. All right, round 2. Yes, I would love to play first. This hand is super slow and does nothing. Let's keep. I mean, if we're against an aggro, we're against Duck Faden. I want you to know that that's really important information. We're against Duck Faden. Play Sacred Foundry tapped. Opponent's playing blue. Play a Seachrome Coast. Pass the turn. Opponent has a Tundra into an Orzhov Signet. We draw Brainstorm. So we're going to Field of Ruin Tundra. Get ourselves another blue source. Opponent gets a Plains, that's fine. And has a Swamp. Opponent plays Gideon. Makes a Knight. We draw Time Warp. Play Coercive Portal. Tide Hollow Sculler. That's not a good prize. They take the Time Warp. I think you were supposed to animate Gideon to attack, but okay. No blocks, take 2. Another token. We'll vote for Carnage. Okay, they give us Homage. And we draw Treachery. Play Marsh Flats. And we're going to Wrath the board. All he needs is a Heart of Kirin and they can go back in Standard. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, pass the turn. Play a big dumb creature threat for me, please. No, I didn't say make one. Play one. Play like a Consecrated Sphinx, so I could steal it. Okay, opponent hits us for 5, we go to 13. Coercive Portal. You know, I'll vote for Carnage. I'll give him the option. We draw land attacks. And Baneslayer. Play Volcanic. Play Baneslayer. Pass the turn. Kaya, okay. Kaya plus, that's fine. Emblems Gideon. Okay. Oh, if this is a creature, this is going to be sick. It is a creature. This is going to be awesome. Alright, so we're going to say Homage. Draw a Wall of Omens. Okay. So we're going to Treachery, take the resto, untap up to 5 lands. Then we Brainstorm. We put back Wall and Orzhov Signet. No. Wall and land tax. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, 8 mana. Play Prismatic Vista. Crack Marsh Flats. Get a Plains. Crack Prismatic Vista. Get a Swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we had 1 more mana, we could play Soulfire Grandmaster this turn, and then take infinite turns with Time Warp, but I think it's just better to Time Warp here. Yeah. Yeah, it's just better to Time Warp. So go to combat. Kill Kaya. Time Warp. Alright, cool. We win. I don't think we need anything out of the side, so just run it back. I like it. We might get him. The old 1 mana counter target spell. Our opponent also has a library. Suppose we should library so we can library first. Mox Pearl for our opponent. No land? Interesting. Play Seachrome Coast. Pass the turn. That's right. You can't library with 8 cards in hand. You have to do it on your upkeep. Yeah, we'll say no to the Mana Rock. We should have libraried there first, but we didn't. Because we're good at this game. We draw Gideon. So let's library. Draw Mox Jet. Play Prismatic Vista. Fetch up a Plains. Play Mox Jet. Play Gideon. We've taken ourselves very far off of library, but that's okay. Next turn we're going to play something that cantrips. So it should be fine. Once again, you can't library if you got 8 cards in hand. Yeah, I did check out. I did check out of the library shenanigans because my opponent kept a very bad library hand and is now trying to library with 8 cards in hand every turn. So I figured I probably could get away with it. We draw Lingering Souls. All right. Start by going to combat. Play a Wall of Omens. Since our opponent is so far behind on lands, we're just going to hold on to the lands. Get back into library. Alright, opponent has 9 cards in hand. And is not hitting lands, it looks like. Okay, there we go. They finally hit a land. Exhume. Well, that's not nice. Can't just Ashen Rider back. They wanted to discard. Well, they didn't play lands for 4 turns because of it. And they had an active library, so... I'm gonna exile Gideon. Very sad. Rip Chad. We draw other Chad. Draw with library. Day of Judgment. So we'll play an island. We'll play a Lingering Souls. Opponent once again trying to library with 8 cards in hand for the 4th time this game. Plays a land. Then libraries. Now you got it. It is better than trying to library with 6 cards in hand. That is true. Opponent attacks for 5. I mean, we could race. We have a time warp. We can definitely race. We're gonna race. We go to 14. They play a pack rat. I am less confident in our ability to race. And a student of warfare. Alright. Let's draw a card here. Dak Phaeton. Well, we can steal their mocks if we ever get our red source. We do have a Sacred Foundry. It's probably just better now to Wrath if our opponent's committing that much to the board. They will almost certainly exile Library with Ashen Rider dying, but we don't have a way to exile it. The only spell that answers it favorably is, what do you call it? Condemn? We could block for a turn, that's true. That's true, but if you saw how bad this deck was, you'd know we're not drawing into much. Dack and block followed by sweep. I kind of want Lingering Souls for after we... I guess we can still, yeah. Okay, alright, yeah. You sold me, I'm on board. Fetch with Marsh Flats, we'll go and get Sacred Foundry. Play Dack. Steel Mox. Pass turn. Mana Crypt. Interesting. Opponent did not library. So they've either got a 5-drop or they forgot. Opponent attacks Dak. Sure, we'll chump. That's fine. We do have a lot of draws to find Condemn, and if we do, this game gets a lot better for us. I will not be stealing a Mana Crypt. I have died so many times to stupid flips on Mana Crypts, it's not even funny. The only way I'm stealing Mana Crypt is if I get Soulfire Grandmaster so I can time work infinitely. What's in his hand? Why is he playing so slow? Ooh, Teferi. I mean, that's an answer, right? And to think, I was gonna Wrath. Still might. I guess we start with a library. You know, I have a new plan. And that new plan is probably Treachery. So let's play an island. I think we're finally gonna go off library. I don't see a reason to keep doing it at the moment. Alright. Treachery for Ashen Rider. Treachery and wipe so that you can pop the Mana Crypt. If I wipe, I'm getting rid of library. He can die to Mana Crypt, I don't care. Teferi, bounce Mox, take a turn. Ooh. I like that. Georgia Monty, you're an evil genius. Opponent gonna make a rat. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna loot. Don't need Impulse. Don't need Arid Mesa. Time warp ourself. Get in for one in the air. And we get a lightning strike. So, plus Teferi is definitely something we're doing. Play Swamp. Attack for 6 in the air. I think we're just gonna go ahead and go pretty much all in on the board here. Make a knight. We're gonna leave Dak on too. I don't want to loot again right now. Opponent wins their mana crypt flip. Goes straight into declare attackers. And passes. We'll brainstorm. Make a young pyromancer token. And opponent scoops the match. Sweet. Props to George Monty for the back-breaking play advice. And round 3. Would love to play first. It's Teferi, hopefully curved into Gideon, which I'm going to pray is good enough. We'll keep. That is brutal. Wow. See, we won that game there when we normally would have just added to the punt count. Wow. Thanks for the faith, Joe West. With counter backup? That's nuts. That's super gross. Looks like our opponent is also on some form of blue-white. So the chance that our opponent has a remand, mana leak, punting's what we do here. That's fair. That's true. I kind of just want to run out Gideon. If they don't have a counter or it's a remand, it basically doesn't matter. This does have the ability to get censored or dazed, whichever of those are in this cube, over Teferi, which does not. Oh, and Tithe. I forgot, because we even have Tithe in our deck. Our opponent had the Force of Negation. That's good. That means they pitched a card that we otherwise would have had to answer, which was a Phyrexian Metamorph. You got a playset of Missteps today? That's pretty dope. We'll play Teferi this time. Turn off auto yield so I can plus. Whew! Almost didn't make it. I assumed that's what you meant. I just assumed the altars were awesome. Are they good? Opponent Brazen Borrowers on their main phase. Yeah, sure. Just recast a fairy. Could still Flame Slash on their turn. You know, I might this time around. I actually think I'm going to minus Teferi. Simply because... Well, I mean, Young Pyromancer and then Flame Slash to protect Teferi would be pretty sweet. But we could start drawing more cards. We'd also Teferi up and cast Lingering Souls, which would eat Brazen Borrower. That's pretty sweet. I think I'm just going to Teferi up and pass. Turn that Lingering Souls into Midnight Haunting. Dope. We're gonna hold this land. Opponent's gonna play a Thraben Inspector. Cracks a clue, draws a card. Plays a Needle Spires, sure. We draw a Lightning Strike. Bounce the Thraben Inspector. Get a Wall of Omens. Draw with Library. Get an Impulse. Play a Plains. Play a Wall. And get in for one. Yep, I think we got this game pretty well locked up now. Why give them another clue? Because it's probably not going to matter. Nahiri the Harbinger. They're going to exile our mana rock. Okay. Replays Thraben Inspector. Lightning Strike Nahiri. Untap. Draw. Mana Tithe. Woo. Draw with Library. We get a Swamp. Play an Island. Bounce the Clue. Get Probe. And then I'm going to play Pyromancer. Probe with life and see what's going on over there. They have an Armageddon and a Torrential Gear Hulk. Good to know. Kind of glad I probed. I'm gonna start holding lands now. They drew an Impulse, so they're impulsing. Cast Armageddon before playing land. Please, please let me Mana Tithe it. Is he about to do it? No! He's playing around it. Balance. 7 lands. Did he just play a land into balance? I think he did. But we have to discard 3 cards. That's the crappy part. Okay. So we're going to keep Young Pyromancer. For sure. Choose 3 cards in your hand, discard the rest. We are going to keep Flame Slash, Treachery, and Impulse. Keep Young Pyro. Oh, shoot. I just realized. This means I have to choose between Teferi or Young Pyro. Oh, wait. No, I have Impulse. That's fine. We're going to Impulse for Force of Will, because that seems really important. Block. We get a Brainstorm. Plus Teferi. Attack our opponent for 2. Pass the turn. They're going to animate Needle Spires. Flame Slash Needle Spires. Get a token. Brainstorm. Get a token. Put back Sea Chrome Coast Plains in that order. Block and block. When it plays a Chart a Course, draws 2 cards. +1, play land tax. Attack for 3. Hold up, hardcast Force of Will. They're going to play Torrential Gear Hulk, but because this casts as part of Resolution, they can't cast it because of Teferi. So we're going to let them have it because it's a great treachery target. Teferi is a fun magic card. Yep. Waiting on our opponent. They disconnected. Oh, I think they might think it's a bug. It's not a bug. That's how the rules work, man. That or they rage quit, but I think our opponent is a little better than rage quitting. Nah, I'm not going to offer information. Plus Teferi. Okay. Things are going to get a little treacherous here. Alright, cool, we got him. Oh, maybe we should bring in Tithe Taker. Over like a wall of omens. Cool. Got that trade in. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Keep. Play library. Opponent's gonna chart a course. See what they discard. Archangel Avacyn. I am extremely tempted to just strip mine my opponent right now. That's almost certainly not correct, though. I think we have to Island Orzhov Signet. But man, I wanted to do it. They're going to metamorph our Orzhov Signet. Okay. Go. Tinker? Uh-oh. Blightsteel Colossus. Oh, wonderful. I had Force of Will. I F6'd and I was zoning out and I had Force of Will. Now I'm gonna die because I didn't remember to Force of Will. There's Kano with this glazed look in his eye. Just sitting dead at the screen. Doesn't even know what's going on. Okay. Let's see if we can get out of this. Draw a library. Coercive Portal. Nope. Tithe Taker. Nope. That's super bad. What do we do about that? Okay, we're gonna play an island. Then we're gonna Gideon. Then we're gonna zero Gideon to make sure that we have enough blockers. Needs to be a mega punt. I know, right? We're just playing the long con. Don't worry. Versus an open Blightsteel. That's all. Opponent attacks us. Yeah, we'll double block like this. Got the Force of Will for the inevitable petty theft. Look at that. Doesn't this feel much better to counter than the thing that actually kills us? It's possible we can draw Condemn still. Except way less likely because we only get one draw. Flame Slash is not going to do it. Oh, that's beyond bad. Yep. Game 3. Falling asleep at the wheel over here. Ugh. It's for all the marbles. Let's do it. I'd love to play first. This hand is not one that works for me, though. So I think we keep. We're going to put back Island. Never F6 with Force in hand. Yeah, no kidding. We are a long way off library this game. Opponent starts tap land, that's good news. Opponent charts a course. Yep, sure. Discarded Blightsteel Colossus. Play Mox Jet. Play Signet. Hopefully this Coercive Portal can get us back in the game. Even though it might get countered. I think the safer play here is to play Gideon. Present a clock our opponent needs to deal with. And if they have a counter, they might blow it here. Looks like they're hard casting Force of Negation. Mana drain. Okay. If they're that desperate for 3 mana, they might be metamorphing into Tinker again. Or they could be playing Mind Sculptor. Yeah, I think I gotta force a will that, because otherwise they're just gonna take over the game. At least we're not getting mana tithed. We do have another answer, quote unquote, to Blightsteel in the form of Condemn. We just have to draw that one. They blow up a mana rock. That's fine. I'd rather them destroy that than Coercive Portal. Play Coercive Portal. Don't you dare through the breach me. Okay. It's good to say. Okay, Homage. We got a Flame Slash and a Dak Faden. So we're going to play Tithe Taker. Pass the turn. See him Blightsteel now. Dak Fade and steal it. Armageddon? Annoying, but strangely I think I'm okay with this. Get in for 2. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Opponent has another island. Homage. Lightning Strike. Sacred Foundry. There we go. We are going to pay 2 life. Get in for 2. Then we're going to Flame Slash. Okay, opponent gets the Persist trigger. That's fine. Opponent plays their own Sacred Foundry. And passes. Homage. Ooh, and a Gideon. Lightning Strike. Sweet. I don't think when your opponent has an active Coercive Portal, it's time to Armageddon. I think I disagree with that line of logic. Okay, we definitely want an island. Draw Soulfire Grandmaster and a Young Pyromancer. So we'll go ahead and get in for 2. Play Dak Faden. Go Luton. We're going to discard Day of Judgment and I think Grandmaster. Play Mountain. Pass the turn. Bomb at Courier. Tax Dak. That's fine. They need a bolt or a strike or something in order to get rid of him this turn. Homage. No, it goes to the owner. It says it goes to the owner's hands. They thought about that. Let's see. Let's go looting. I think we discard Island. No, we do not. What do we discard? Probably Mana Tithe and Young Pyro. Play planes. Go to combat. Get in for 2. Play Gideon. Like a dude. And opponent scoops it up. Even after the second biggest punt of my lifetime, we still come back to win that match. Feels good, man. Alright, well, I know this was kind of a shorter stream, but that's all the energy that I have to be projecting myself out on the internet today. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the Vintage Cube. I'm sorry I didn't get to much else. And yeah, if you haven't yet, please follow this channel. It would mean the world to me if you did. And please follow me on YouTube. You can subscribe to me there at the same username you find me on here. We play a lot of silly stuff, and I make a new video every weekday. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.